In a shady part of the city where the underground black market is located, a young man, our protagonist, is seen wearing a hoodie and mask to hide his identity. He cautiously heads towards his destination while weaving through the crowd of people. Upon arrival at the organ dealer's location, he immediately mentions to the owner that he wants to sell a kidney as well as a cornea. Surprised, the owner asks our protagonist if he was serious. He then reminds the young man that in the past 6 months he had already sold his kidney, spleen, gallbladder, part of his liver, and a few other organs. The boss continues to explain that if the kid sells another kidney, then he won't last more than a few days. With a look of determination, the protagonist tells the boss that it's okay since it was worth it, because he wanted to save his ill sister. The owner commended the boy for his bravery and devotion to his family and, with a hint of respect, said he wouldn't hold back anymore. While covering his mouth, the boy mentioned that he can withstand any pain and suffering for his sister, and braced himself for the upcoming trauma. We hear agonizing screams in the background and could only imagine how much torture the protagonist was enduring. I mean, he literally is getting several organs removed from his body from a man who looks more like an animal butcher than a hospital surgeon. After the organ removal procedure, we see our protagonist out in the streets walking slowly and carefully because he was obviously in pain. With his left eye bandaged and with a tender lower abdomen, he complains that his knees and hip also hurt, while yelling ouch for every little step he takes. He finds himself a quiet and deserted location nearby and peeks around the corner to make sure no one was following him. He casually lifts up the bottom of his hoodie and we see the wad of cash he has stuffed into his pants. He calls upon his powers of regeneration, and we see his left eye and all other wounds miraculously heal in a matter of moments. We discover his true purpose for selling his organs. He was trying to gather enough cash to pay for a job transfer ritual. The $30,000 he just received for his cornea and kidney plus the money he received for the previous organs he sold was just enough for the ritual. He then lets out a laugh, revealing that he has no ill sister or dying mother. He laughs even harder, remembering his impeccable acting and how the organ dealer believed in his lies. Yes, this is our protagonist. His name is Yi Lin, who is a transmigrator. He is an orphan with no blood-related family to speak of. The world he was transmigrated to is overrun with beasts and demons. It also has an abundance of energy called spiritual energy, as well as countless dungeons. It is a difficult world to survive in for even the most hardened individuals, not to mention a weak and pathetic individual like himself.